Leave me alone, I might need me a sec. I need it. Fuck it, I need me a check. I need it. Saying with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go for the neck. Whoa. I gotta fight for my soul.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Us Versus Us podcast. We're on episode number 7.
Hey,
lucky number 7. 7 side. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Alec. Shout out to back in the day. What's good with you, probably?
Oh, man. Just living life.
Yeah, it's been a crazy last couple weeks, right? You got a new president and shit. It's like...
It's 2025. I mean, welcome. You know what I
Shit
mean?
Is popping. January feels like it's been 3 years already.
It does, kind of. Like, a lot of shit off the bingo card that I did not expect. But you know what? Here we are.
Hey, bro. Let them keep coming.
I mean, I guess shit.
Yeah, shit. Hey, bro.
I'll fucking black out before the summer. I swear to gosh.
Well, we got a pretty good episode planned today. A pretty good, interesting weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Especially for you being an artist. I figure you would definitely be interested in talking about the Grammys.
The Grammys.
First of all,
my Grammy.
First of all, yeah, let's talk about like the Grammys and what they like kind of mean to you. Or there's some like Grammy moments that you specifically remember that kind of inspire you as an artist or anything, or
I mean, I'll be honest, like I didn't really start diving into the Grammys until like my teenage years, but I guess like even then I didn't really like. For a while there I would watch them every year, but there was a time where I just kind of like I wasn't as interested.
Yeah.
But I mean, they like, you know, it means I wouldn't say a lot to me, just because, I don't know. I think it's very much so like a popularity contest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I also think they're very prestigious. I think, you know, it's a once in a lifetime thing. I think if I ever had the opportunity to like go, let alone be nominated, let alone like perform at such, you know, on such platform, I think it would just be amazing. I couldn't imagine like the nerves and also like the work that goes into putting on a show like that. So it's pretty cool. I mean, I've talked about the Kendrick performance at the Grammys. I think he performed with Imagine Dragons way back when. Another performance, or I wouldn't say performance, but a lot of performances way back when. I used to just only went to this phase where I only listened and only watched Eminem. So like I remember like his first performance from his like hiatus at the Grammys. I remember
Not Afraid?
I can't remember. I think it might have been Crack a Bottle.
Oh.
I don't know. Well, like I couldn't put like I suck at this. I need to do like more sit down research. But no, like he I remember watching him perform, and that was like one of my like first Grammys that I've watched, and so that was like amazing, and so on and so forth. I think these Grammys are gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. There's a lot of cool performers, and there's a lot of things to talk about in music. There's a lot of like new artists that are pretty popping.
Yeah, and that's exactly where I was at, as I was like kind of like looking at the nominations for like Song of the Year and Album of the Year, and I recognize like quite a bit of like all of those. When I look at like the nominations for brand new artists, I would say at first look I felt like I didn't know a lot of them, but reading them back, I definitely know more than I'm giving myself credit for, at least more than half of them. You know what I mean? So I was just gonna comment too on like I would say that this is like a more prestigious award for sure. Just going back to that, I would say this is more awards based on like songwriting and stuff like that compared to like a VMAs. I feel like it's more of kind of like...
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely like it's like the music Oscars, right? It's like if you ever drop a body of work and it's not like, you know what I mean, it's recognized by the Grammy and the, I don't know what is that. I don't know if is it the Music Academy?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
But
got to
that
be
would-
something similar to that, right?
Yeah,
Something
so
in
they're
that
like,
realm.
I don't know, they're fucking hold that to a high regard, and that's cool. I know like a lot back in the day, like a lot of older artists, you know, held that. I think the first time Michael Jackson moonwalked,
Was that like the
I think was
Grammys?
at the Grammys.
Yeah, that shit was
You know,
Mhm.
I think so.
big.
Put me on that.
I feel like in something that you've kind of shown me is just like the performances that they do have to whoever performs is gonna be like they put on a show. You know what I mean? It's not just like a typical just.
Yeah, I mean,
Even if it is
before we even go into like the
nominees.
yeah, we should. I mean, I'll be down to talk about the performers because I know like the performers this year are pretty poppin'. It's I think it looks like Benson Boone, Billie Eilish, Chappelle, Charlie, Doechii, Sabrina, Shakira, Teddy Swims, and I think that's it looks like Ray. It's Ray.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, all of those are slappers. All of those I can see visuals being great for, or being like, sounding good. That's a good Grammys lineup. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. So that's kind of exciting because the live performances are a huge part of it.
I mean, a lot of them are I think half of those artists are nominees for Best New Artist. I know like Teddy Swims is, Sabrina is, Chappelle is, or Chapel. I don't know. Chat. What? How you say it? How do you say their name?
What do
What you say?
say?
I guess I'll figure
I'm gonna
out
say
Sunday.
Chappelle.
Yeah.
Chappelle, bro.
Um.
Yeah. So for Best New Artist, we have Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, I'm not really sure how to say this. Sorry. Krongbin? I'm not sure. Ray, Chappelle Roan, Shabuzi, and then Teddy Swims. So yeah, we listed off quite a bit of those. And, as new artists getting the opportunity to perform at the Grammys, I think I'm most excited to see Teddy Swims. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Just because we've been rocking with him me and Dad have been rocking with him for like a real long time. So, to finally see him get his shine
Back in
and
his
shit like
cover
that.
days.
Mm-hmm.
What you call it? I mean, yeah, I like very female driven.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Benson like kind of have to hold it down as far as the performers, and like I'm surprised Shabuzi's not performing. I bet you that's a fucking surprise. I bet you he does. Anyway, but
what if he's doing like a pre-show or something?
But I'm excited for the chicks too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina is gonna be tight. She was tight at the VMAs.
Yeah.
And then Doechii, man, I've heard a lot of good things about her. I've heard like a lot of dope stuff. Like a lot of people like her. I want to see her introduction to like the mainstream world and really kind of see how she responds to it. Which honestly, I'm excited. It'll be my first time like kind of being able to watch her perform and
see what she's
even
got.
just like really listen to her. So I'm pretty excited about that because that's like the rap representation. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really rappers. I mean, if any, in the performance lineup. So that's kind of funny. So like, what the fuck, Grammys? Like, that's fucked up. But I mean, I get it. Like, they couldn't get Kendrick, and but I mean, there's Future. Metro's fucking nominated 4 times.
Producer Mustard couldn't have done something.
Yeah, like Metro and Mustard could have performed. Maybe together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think because they both dropped albums too last year, Mustard and Metro. So like I don't know why they wouldn't capitalize off that. Anyway, whatever. I get it. Rap has beef with the Grammys, and the Grammys have beef with rap, and whatever, dog. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
At the same time, I am gonna watch because I appreciate artistry, and it's gonna be fun. So I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna roll down some nominees, kind of like.
Yeah, I just want to hear what you think. Song of the year. We got a bar song, Shabuzi, Birds of a
That's
Feather,
a fun one.
by Billie Eilish, Die with a Smile, and Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, Fortnite by Taylor Swift, Good Luck Babe, Chappelle Roan, Not Like Us, Kendrick Lamar, Please Please Please, Sabrina Carpenter, and then Beyonce with Texas Hold'em. And that's Song of the Year.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Wow.
I don't know. Do you give a prediction or just say like what I think about the nominees?
Prediction.
Damn it.
Well,
Cause I mean I don't know, bro. I don't listen to half these songs on the reg, so like I'm very biased towards that songs that I know aren't gonna win. So if I had to like choose by process of elimination, to me it comes down to maybe Please 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 and Birds of a Feather, but I think probably Birds of a Feather.
yeah, Billie Eilish coming through. Clutch. I would, yeah. I think that's probably the most. I would say it's probably the most like. I hear that song on the radio a lot actually. So. Not to say I don't hear the other ones, but I've heard that one for longer, and I would probably say it's kind of the better song. Also, I just wanted to give a shout out to Andre 3000 because he's nominated for Album of the Year for New Blue Sun.
First Flute album.
Mm-hmm.
Did you listen to it?
No. And then I wanted to just do best rap performance because that is our genre. We got Enough by Cardi B, When the Sun Shines Again by Common and Pete Rock. Haven't heard that one. Nissan Altima by Doechii, Houdini by Eminem, Like That by Future, Metro Boomin, and Kendrick.
Sweet.
Yeah Glow by Glorilla, and then Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
Ah, man. I mean,
That we can just talk about people, bro, because like that one's like hard to pick from. All of those are pretty well, but like process elimination.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like not Like Us probably is.
Yeah, I would probably give it to Not Like Us.
Just because it's that's like the nation's anthem at one point. Yeah. Cool.
But it's cool. That's cool. All the nominees are cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited. We'll see what it do.
We shall see.
Might stream it or something, bro. You never know.
Yeah.
Pull up.
I mean, heck, dude, I love me a good performance. So like I said, I'm excited to see. I always am excited to see the performances and see what comes with. Lots of fire and shit. Probably.
Yeah.
I can imagine like Billie Eilish is gonna have like some fucking pyro and.
You don't think she'll have some like dark shit, or like that's more like Chappelle Roan, huh? So like
I don't know.
Chappelle Roan came out in like armor. Last time I watched.
She be yelling at motherfuckers on the carpet and shit, like. They be.
But I mean,
use the right pronoun.
It's kind of cool that the Grammys are happening this weekend because like. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really have to deal like it's not hand in hand or anything, but like the Billboard magazine just came out and guess who's on the cover? Kai Cenat.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was like kind of funny because we were just talking about last week how music and influencers and playing music on stream can really like influence the industry. And so now we're actually seeing it with Kai Cenat actually being chosen to be on the cover and everything. And I think I read some, like, a question from the article was just like, how do you feel or that's how they're phrasing it, is like music's biggest influencer, from streamer to music's biggest influencer or something like that. And so yeah, I just wanted to kind of like see what you thought on that.
I mean, bro, like we talked about it. It's a platform. Like it's pretty crazy to see him, and just I would say them, because there's a few people now that are like really starting to make an impact, and him specifically. And just we'll touch on the Billboard thing is like I think I read a quote from him, and they asked him about Glorilla too, and he's like, we're really good friends now, and he's like, well, she hasn't dropped a bad song ever since. And he's like, another quote was like, when I tell you, if I like hear some kind of like bad music, you know what I mean, I'm like gonna let you know.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is like, kind of building that credibility of like, he speaks his mind, he has his opinion, and kind of holding his standard and his qualities right to a certain level. Now, granted, that's up to whoever it is to like respect that, and there's a lot of people that do. So it's like, when it comes to that certain point, and then people are starting to invite you to places, and people like, I heard he got like invited to Japan and shit to go chill with Kanye. Now I don't know if that's like real or not, but like that's the type of shit, right? Like that's the kind of cool shit that like could possibly happen for streamers to kind of become journalists and become like I said, like platforms to kind of showcase the different stuff that goes behind the scenes, and the different kind of
a different side of the artist as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like the other day I seen, and this is like more in my realm, but I really don't watch him, but what you call it? I seen Triple H.
Oh yeah.
Called Speed like personally.
Yeah.
And invited him to the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis, and he's like, "Hey, bro, you want to come?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, we're having a fucking event in Indianapolis next Saturday. I want you to come." He's like, "What? Can I stream it?" He's like, "Yeah, you can stream it. You can stream whatever. You can stream all the shit backstage." He's like, you can stream with all the superstars.
Dude,
shit
that's
like
badass.
that.
Just giving him like the VIP pass, pretty much.
Yeah. And Speed's like, "Dude, what about John Cena?" He's like, "Well, if you can see him, you can stream him."
Yeah.
Just kind of like, it's cool to see different like major companies to kind of invest in that and try to tap into that demographic and showcase like, hey, like, like you said, like a different side of things. You know what I mean? It's the IRL shit is getting really fun and real cool. And I think, the more like we as an industry expand on it, and then like just find more ways to make it like you know what I mean? Like, because speed streams are speed streams, and Kais are Kais, and like PBM Playboy Maxes are his. You know what I mean? Like, people do their different things. Neon, you know what I mean? So it's just like, as long as you just stick to that shit, and
you find your lane and then stick with it, and then that's what my whole like mentality has been about social media in general this year. That's why I've just kind of been just posting a lot more. It's just because like, at maybe right now at the moment it might not look like I'm getting a lot of likes or anything like that, but like just getting it out there is like the biggest part. And then the people that do fuck with the energy will come and fuck with the energy. You know what I mean? They'll come and drink from the fountain and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
for
like,
sure.
finding a niche though is, you know, kind of a little bit hard. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like I feel like if people get stuck in that creative process, that's why. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't know which direction I should go.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much shit you can do,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's very rare that you can do like everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of what makes like Kai him. You know what I mean? Because like he could. I mean, does he do IRLs?
He does. Yeah, he does. He has before.
Like,
He's done. That's what he kind of takes pride in too, is because he says he does do everything. So he's like, I was the best, you know, just content, and then I was the best gaming, and then I was the best IRL. So he's.
I mean, that's cool, man. That's like right on for him. Like, I mean, kind of to give my like big take on it is like right on to him and to Speed and to all those guys that are getting the opportunities to actually like honestly like go global. You know what I mean? Go nationwide, and you know it is cool to see. You know?
Yeah, definitely. Just to see them be in the same rooms as what they've grown from, especially because I kind of know where streaming was a couple, you know, like back then. So to see it just flourish and just keep growing and just keep getting bigger and better is awesome. So yeah, that'll just move us straight into our sports segment for this week.
Sweet.
We just had the NFC AFC Championship yesterday, where early game was the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders, with the Eagles really hanging it on the Commanders and dropping 55 on them, winning the NFC. And then the Chiefs and the Bills in a real close game for the night game. Man. I really think it comes down to not only a couple plays but a couple calls. You know what I mean? A whole lot of things add up.
Let's just say the final score, and then we can talk like about like how they got there, right? Like
So the final score was 31-28, with the Chiefs edging out the Bills. 32-29. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's this narrative, right? I mean, and maybe it's not a narrative. Maybe there is evidence. Maybe there's proof. Maybe there's this certain energy. But all season, the Chiefs have, quote, lucked out, right? They've
slid by.
Yeah, I mean they've gotten calls, whatever it may be. But when it comes to last night, what would you say? I mean, would you say that those were the like difference makers?
At the end of the day, probably not. You know what I mean? I think football is football. You know what I mean? And I never want to blame anything on the refs, but a couple of those calls are momentum shifts. That being said, I don't think the Bills really came out with any kind of intensity. I think I was saying that for like the first quarter and a half. I was like, bro, they're still just waking up, dude. They just got to get going, but because they just seemed slow, a step behind. The nerves, and you could tell it was early that the nerves were kind of shaking them a little bit. So, early lead for the Chiefs. That's never a good thing, I think. You know what I'm saying? So, that's I don't. The plays that the referees, you know, don't make the calls or
make certain calls.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, like it sucks to say, and you know, at the end of the day, like, who knows what'll happen? But like, like that's the disadvantage that people play with when they play the Chiefs. And like I don't mean that in like a they cheat kind of way. I don't mean that in like it's just like LeBron, you know, it's just like, you know, people for a while like we're getting on LeBron for flopping and you know what I mean, like doing certain stuff, getting calls, and you know, people were getting on certain NBA guys for that. Now I know like maybe it's not the same sport, but it's kind of the same thing. It's like the Chiefs are going to get the dynasty treatment. The Chiefs are going to get Mahomes is going to get the superstar treatment.
Yeah. You got to play through it.
You know what I mean? You got to give it your all. Like not that the Bills didn't, because they did fight to the end, and when they picked up, like we looked at you know, we looked at each other. I was like, okay, yeah, the game is like started now. Yeah. And it wasn't until that point where I think the Bills kind of realized like we do have to like stand our ground, because if we don't, like this is just gonna end up being ugly. You know what I mean? And they got on their shit. It's just a few plays that they also could have made. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know,
I think
like,
also the coaching. The coaching plays a huge part in that too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Have like Andy Reid and Spagnuolo definitely outcoached Joe Brady and Sean McDermott.
Yeah. And that was just like apparent. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like just not playing the right guys.
Dude, I mean, say it, man. Like I granted I did win some money off of James Cook scoring that second touchdown, but he scored that second touchdown because he like wanted to. Like he was working for it. He like literally, I feel like that was a statement being made like, yo, I need the ball right now. Give me the rock. Yeah. Let's ride this out. Like I will not stop until I score. Like proven. You know what I mean? So it's like he literally showed you, I won't stop until I get in the end zone. So by any means, dude, you gotta feed that man the ball, bro. Because every time you did too, I mean, it was a pretty big play. I mean, I would like to know his YPC. I bet you it was more than 3.9.
Oh yeah, I mean
6.5.
6.5. My dude was getting.
And like, granted, he gave 8 carries away, and not to mention I don't even know how many on the short yardage plays that they gave to Josh, because Josh had 11. So realistically, he had 13, and everybody else had a combined carries of 19. Yeah. And he averaged the most. He averaged almost double everybody. Which he did have that long 33-yard run, but that's the type of shit that happens when you give him the fucking ball, right? Like,
and if something's like working, why go away from it? He went completely to another back. You know what I mean? So like, it's honestly
and like low key, that's where the Chiefs got gutted like all season. So it's like going into the matchup against the Eagles, you know. I guess the Eagles have hopefully the better. I mean, they do have the better tools, right, to kind of defeat that stigma too. You know what I mean? Because they also some bitches, and they be getting some calls too. You know what I mean? So it's like both of them are gonna go in on their like trying to stay on their game. So that'll be fun. But as far as last night goes, man. Sucks for the Bills. It sucks for Josh Allen.
Yeah. No.
Poor fucking Josh.
I feel so bad for him. He looks like the beginning of the game, he even just looked like sad already. And then just at the end, he just looked like real defeated. He's just like, I can't beat this fucking guy, man. It's, you know, I think the presser, he says, in order to beat the best or be the best, you got to beat the best.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't do that. It's like, damn. respect, bro. But just come back next year. He's gonna ball out. We know Josh Allen balls out. He's a superhuman, bro.
Josh Allen MVP? Question mark. Now.
Now.
I don't know. We'll fucking see.
I still give it to Lamar.
Dude, it just sucks, man. He's got to get like he's got a pretty girlfriend or fiance or whatever. But like, dude, he's got to get something, man.
Yeah. Well, that was his trophy this year.
Poor
Next
guy,
year.
like, dude.
Next year, he can have 2 trophies.
Like, dude, he did the Aaron Rodgers and grew out like that's he just grew out his hair and his fucking facial hair. He just went with the whole I'm done look. That's what it is. It's the I'm done look.
For the Eagles, I guess just like we can just go into predictions for Super Bowl Sunday. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can. I mean, like
it's for me. Like, I obviously want the Eagles to win because I really don't like Patrick Mahomes, like being division rival.
Yeah.
2P. He's the fact he's even there, I'm like kind of pissed. I'm low key a hater.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs somehow figure out a way to pull it off. And as much as like I want to hate Patrick Mahomes, if you just don't get enough of a lead and you give him too much time, he's a threat. And that's just how it goes. And he can pull games out somehow.
Ah, man. I mean, I know, judging by their first Super Bowl, I'm gonna go based off that. Because, I mean, their run game, I feel like was just as good. I mean, obviously it wasn't fucking Saquon good, but because I think it was Miles Sanders and whoever else they had. But it was still a pretty good run game. So like, it's a scary matchup for both teams because like, both of them kind of have what like could potentially stop like their front seven and Spagnola's like pressure is gonna get like it's gonna make Jalen uncomfortable, and then like if they play the game like they did against the Bills, it's essentially kind of the same game plan because you put pressure on the quarterback on the longs and on the third downs, and then you just you do your best to kind of stop the run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And granted, the Eagles are probably gonna just fucking force feed Saquon, I would imagine.
Yeah. They're tricky. You know what I mean? Because with Spagnola, if he stacks the box, they do have like Devontae Smith, AJ Brown too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yeah. I got like
the Chiefs cornerbacks because they have McDuffie, right? And then who's their other cornerback?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to know. But
Then but they have that Eric Reed dude who I guess like
he flies.
He balled out last night. He had like averaged like 2.3 yards per catch or some shit like that.
Yeah, but I seen like this graphic about the Eagles and just about like all of their additions that they added this year are all up for like nominations, like as far as like Saquon,
Zach Bond,
they got like rookies, like defensive rookie.
Both
of
of
the
their
year.
rookie cornerbacks are up for that.
Are up for that shit. So it's kind of crazy, and that's just like that's having a good off season and being ready throughout the whole season, keeping like a good consistent team, I would say.
Well,
I don't think that we saw them.
It took a while because I mean they started 2-2, and I was laughing at fucking bitch ass Sirianni because he's all yelling at the crowd. But like that's how dysfunctional the Philadelphia organization is. They're fucking glazed when you're up, but whatever. I'm gonna go there anyway. But it took a while for them to build, because I think Cooper DeJean didn't. I think he sat out the first month. Our brother's a fucking Eagles fan, so like this is how I know everything. And then Kenyon Mitchell, it was one of them too. I don't think either of them were really like that healthy in the beginning of the year, and then they started picking up. So like to kind of piggyback off what you're saying is they did kind of play the long game with everything, and like I feel like the really the consistent in that, or the constant in that is Saquon.
Yeah.
And then when Vic Fangio really started to get a hold of his defense, then that's kind of when it leveled out. Because as far as I know too, they had some like D-line issues with their D tackles, and they needed to get healthy too. So here they are though in the Super Bowl, the little fucking bitches. I will say like, because last week I was having a hard time even just watching football because the Commanders played in the championship against them. So I was like, God damn it, like, fucking sucks. You know what I mean? But it also just kind of pisses me off because, like, I do kind of respect, some of the players on their team. You know what I mean? And it just sucks that they play for such a shitty team, and for the Eagles, like, for such a douche coach. Then. So that's why I don't know, this bowl. I'm cheering for Kendrick.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'll like. I don't know.
You'll watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch, but like, yeah. I actually was gonna announce, dude. I want to stream it here, so I'm probably not gonna do anything for it. I'm just gonna chill here and fucking stream it and watch it on the shit. So we're gonna be live on the vids for the Super Bowl. So make sure you guys tune in, lock in, and you know what I'm saying. We're gonna have some fun. We'll chill, eat some hot wings or some shit. But yeah, that's in 2 weeks. So we'll see.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And like honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited to see, fucking, me. Like I was saying during the Grammy segment, man. All for live performance, man. Yeah. It's gonna be such a fucking sick.
Kendrick and
SZA. Kendrick and SZA.
Dude, that's gonna be sick. Do you think it's similar to past performances, like his past performances, like kind of like?
I don't know. I think we're gonna definitely see a lot more, probably like lowriders. And like
on some West Coast shit,
dancers, like how we had in his videos.
Okay.
In his newer videos. But it's the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, don't know. We'll never know. Well, we'll know then.
Yeah. So, shit. I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be like epic. I already know.
Hell yeah. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to wrap it up for today, probably. Go ahead and let them know your social medias real quick before we get up out of here.
Hey, as you guys know, and always, you can find me on Instagram at my name is probably, all one word. And you can follow me on YouTube at my name is probably official. Yeah. I'm just going to plug those two because those are the ones I most use. So, like, TikTok, my name is probably 97, but it might fucking go away. So, I don't know. We'll figure that whole shit out.
Shit. I really appreciate anybody who came by and everybody who's been showing love to the YouTube page and to, like, my TikTok, my Instagram. I've been, posting a lot more, so people have been interacting. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Make sure, if you haven't, go listen to all of them. Run it back. Make sure you drop a like. Leave a comment down below. And then we'll see you guys next time. So
peace.
I really appreciate everybody. See ya.
I need it. I need me a check. I need it. Sound with love, now that I'm found, I really need my respect. I really need it. Nobody but me in my head. Nobody. I'ma do me till I'm dead. Do me. If I gotta fight for my soul, then fuck it, I might as well go